This was truly a remarkable case. First, because it was on my receptionist, Jennifer. Second, because we used it as a live demonstration for a 2-day course in Santa Barbara. And the case came out pretty nice. We see the preoperative graph exhibiting severe curvature on this upper left first molar, tooth number 14. And from the distal angle, we would expect to find an MB2 canal, so we'll be certainly looking for that. We come into the case as the procedure has just begun, and we've gotten through into the pulp chamber. You can see pulp stones coming out. This tooth has obviously been inflamed for various reasons in the past, most likely previous decay and restorations. You can see a Buck-1 ultrasonic tip making a trough along the mesial wall of the access cavity, the pulp chamber. You can see the dark color of the pulp chamber floor. Here we see the round end of the Buck-1 starting at the mesial buccal 1 orifice and cutting a smooth arc towards the palatal. But notice that, importantly, the tip is at almost a 45-degree angle. Once we cut a little bit of that shelf back, we go in with the LA access and unroof it so we can see better. And 17% aqueous EDTA is wonderful for removing all those little dust motes that get in your way. You can see the dark and the light intersection. That's where we're going to find an MB2. This is the ultrasonic tip, again at that severe mesial apical angle. And I'm cutting under the mesial marginal ridge, a little bit more EDTA to get rid of the dust. So we can really, you want visualization to be ideal here. And it's right under where the light goes to the dark. I'm using a 1504 Vortex rotary file. It's one of my favorite initiation instruments. Here's a 1506. I'm more likely to use the 1506. It's a little hardier. They're wonderful for finding canal orifices that are hidden or at different angles. And then once I have them open up a little bit, I'm going to cut a little groove leading into that MB2 canal because it's the only canal orifice in upper molar or in any of these teeth that doesn't have a line angle of the access cavity dropping right down into it. That'll save us a bunch of time throughout the rest of the case. Lubricant is so important to negotiation procedures. It's going to stabilize your apex locator readings. It's going to help you avoid blockage of vital tissue in small molar canals. One of my favorite instruments is the small tip Vortex files. This is a 1504 rotary Vortex. We're going to use the 1506 as well. These are fantastic as the first instrument to length. You wouldn't think so, but in the presence of a lubricant, we can even put an apex locator on them and determine length. Now that I'm going to switch from lubricants to sodium hypochlorite, this has been a while ago. I have a different regimen now. I thought it would be great to put rubber dam seal around the tooth, so if any of the solutions get out, we're not going to have it in the patient's mouth.